Welcome to Exile. I'm Doug Tenaple. Woke General Milley is a four-star who is some kind of a traitor. In what he said about Trump, I'm going to prove it to you in this episode. Here's a recent interview on CNN where he commented on both Biden and Trump's age. He claims to not comment, but we're going to catch him in a lie because there is a tacit approval of Biden. Quote, I didn't comment on the former president's mental health, physical health, and I'm not going to comment on the current president's mental health or physical health. I think that's highly inappropriate for the senior officer of the United States military to do that, Milley said. Now he claims to be extra cautious about what is appropriate. And I'm going to show you how he committed what could be treason later. Milley, in his role as the nation's highest ranking military officer, regularly met with Biden. He said the president was fine each time. Fair enough. He doesn't want to tell the truth. Quote, how people interpret that is up to them. But I engage with him frequently and alert, sound, does his homework, reads the papers, reads all the read-ahead material, and he's very, very engaging in issues of very serious matters of war and peace and life and death, Milley said. So if the American people are worried about an individual who is, someone who's making decisions of war and peace and has access to, makes the decisions of nuclear weapons and that sort of thing, I think they can rest easy, unquote. That's him claiming that he's not commenting on Biden's health. That's a lie. He endorses Biden's health. Remember, he's saying this guy is fine. But that's a different story than he's had with China and their officers. Here's Victor Davis Hanson, quote, as General Milley leaves office of the chairman of Joint Chiefs, on his last day, he gets out ranting about his loyalty to the Constitution and not to a, quote, dictator, blasting Trump without mentioning Trump, and thus trumping, as it were, Trump's own excess with those of his own. VDH concludes, quote, so transits the most politicized and weaponized four-star Joint Chiefs of Staff since the office was created. Milley is just a Democrat doing what the Marxists want. Quote, would that instead Milley had at least explained the 2021 historically disastrous flight from Kabul and defeat in Afghanistan, or the radical implementation of woke agencies into the Pentagon, retention and promotion policies, or why he felt the illustrious and renowned Professor Kendi, that's critical race theory, of current Boston University, quote, Center for Anti-Racist Research infamy, would be required reading for the U.S. military at a time when its recruitment is descending into historical lows and its deterrent reputation is seriously questioned, posts Hansen. Here's Milley's drive-by of Trump. Quote, we don't take an oath to a country. We don't take an oath to a tribe. We don't take an oath to a religion. We don't take an oath to a king, a queen, a tyrant, or a dictator. We don't take an oath to a wannabe dictator. We don't take an oath to an individual. We take an oath to the Constitution. But it was four-star General Milley who commandeered his own power over the president, over the chief. He secretly communicated with the hardened Chinese military and betrayed Donald Trump. But remember, this is also the guy that broke the military code of conduct by referring to Trump as a liar and Mussolini. So he's already broken the Constitution. He broke his own oath. This is unpacking his traitorous conversation with China. Quote, I said, hell, I'll call you, but we're not going to attack you, unquote. Milley told the House Armed Services Committee about one of his conversations with General Li Zhaochang of the People's Liberation Army, China. He told members of the panel that he reached out to Li to assure him that President Donald Trump did not intend to launch a military strike. This is when he was under investigation. Rep. Vicky Hartzler, Republican Montana, asked Milley if he informed Li that he would give the Chinese advance notice of an impending offensive. According to the book Peril, this is by Bob Woodward, Milley told Li he would give the Chinese advance warning of an attack. That means he usurped President Trump's authority over him. He broke the chain of command. He needs to be put on trial if Trump wins in 2024. We already said that. But this is proof that Milley, at the very least, is a liar. He says he won't weigh in on things. He says he took an oath to the Constitution. He breaks it every moment he can. He's one of the most politicized Democrat Marxist generals in American history, and good riddance. Thank you for joining us in Exile. Leave in the comments below if you think Milley should be put on trial if Trump wins. I'm Doug in Exile.